Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive with us.
Glad to be here.
So today we're going to be diving into something that's really essential for, well, pretty much anyone who's even thought about running a business.
Absolutely.
Cash management. And we'll be looking at it through the lens of these chapters we have here from, like a finance textbook.
Yeah, like a finance 101 kind of thing.
Exactly.
But, don't worry. We're
Yeah.
going to make it fun and easy to understand.
No boring lectures or anything like that.
Definitely not.
So have you ever, sat down and thought about like how businesses actually make sure they have enough money to pay all their bills and then still have enough left over to actually grow and do all the cool things they want to do?
It's a really important question.
Yeah. Like, how do they make sure they don't run out of money?
Right. It's all about keeping that money flowing smoothly in and out.
Yeah. That's basically what cash management is all about.
Exactly.
Now, our book here starts off by talking about cash inflows and cash outflows. So can we maybe break those down a little? Those terms sound kind of,
Yeah, they can sound a bit intimidating, but it's actually pretty straightforward.
Okay.
So think of cash inflow as like getting your paycheck.
Oh, good.
It's the money coming in.
All right, so then cash outflow would be like when you actually spend that money, right?
Exactly. Like when you're buying groceries or paying rent.
So for businesses, it's kind of the same idea.
Exactly.
They've got to keep track of all that money coming in and going out.
Otherwise, they might end up in a bit of a tricky situation.
Yeah, that's
Empty pockets,
not good.
Not good at all.
Now, this book also mentions something called the cash flow cycle. What's that all about?
So think of it like this. It's the journey of money in a business.
Oh.
It comes in, it gets used for things, and then hopefully it comes back in again.
So it's kind of like a continuous loop.
Yeah, exactly. A cycle, just like it says.
Okay, I'm following so far.
Good.
But there's this one thing in the book that's kind of confusing me.
Oh.
It says that a business can actually be profitable, making money overall, but they can still run out of cash if they're not careful.
Yeah.
How's that even possible?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
And it's something that trips a lot of people up. Think of it this way. Imagine you have a bakery, right?
Okay, I like bakeries.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Delicious.
And they're selling tons of cakes. Everyone loves their cakes. They're making a good profit.
Yeah.
But what if all their customers are paying later?
Oh, I see.
Like they're getting credit. They might not actually have the cash on hand to buy more ingredients and keep baking.
So even though they're making money, they might not have the cash to actually operate.
Exactly. It's like a timing issue.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense.
Right. And that's where working capital comes in.
Okay, so what's working capital then?
So it's basically having enough cash available to cover your day-to-day expenses.
Oh.
Like, think of it as having enough money in your wallet to buy lunch every day.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that even if, something unexpected happens or a bill comes up, you're prepared.
So more working capital is a good thing.
Generally speaking, yes.
Okay, cool.
Because it gives you a bit of a safety net.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this thing called the cash operating cycle.
Okay.
That also sounds a little bit,
A bit complicated.
Yeah.
It's not too bad once you break it down, though.
okay.
So it's basically a timeline of how a business uses its cash from start to finish.
Okay.
Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Imagine a company that makes t-shirts.
Right. I like t-shirts.
Who doesn't? They're comfy.
Yeah.
So first, they got to buy the materials, right? Fabric, thread, maybe some cool designs.
Yeah, that's cash going out.
Exactly. Then they got to pay the people who make the shirts, sewing, printing, packing, all that stuff.
More cash going out.
Right. Now, those t-shirts are ready to be sold, but they might have to, sit in a warehouse for a while before someone buys them.
Oh, I see.
So there's more time and more money tied up before they actually get paid.
So it takes time for that cash to come back in.
Exactly.
Right.
And even once they sell the t-shirts, there might be delays, like if customers pay with credit card.
Right. Yeah, that takes a few days to process.
Exactly. So it's like this whole chain reaction. Cash goes out, then it comes back in, but it all takes time.
That's a really good way to explain it.
Thanks.
Yeah. So businesses have to plan for that whole cycle, right?
Absolutely.
They got to make sure they have enough cash at every step.
Yep. That's the key to good cash management.